That music in the background is by an upcoming artist named Cosmayhem. He and I sat down and we talked for an in-depth conversation about what he's doing with his music and his vision on how he sees his craft. And what's your name, man?
Cosmayhem. Cosmayhem.
Cosmayhem. So your first name is Cos and your second name is Mayhem.
More of a stage name.
Well, that's okay. I have, mine is too. Except I'm getting mine changed to my real name.
Yeah.
Kylo1944, that's my writing name, but I'm getting it changed to my real name. So, it's like Cos. Let me get this. Hold on, Cos. So I'm here with Cos, and Cos and I are going to sit down here and we're going to talk a while. And he's going to give me some stuff that's on his mind and things that he needs to talk about. So, Cos, you said you're a musician. What kind of music do you put out?
Well, right now I'm an artist, so right now I'm doing like hip hop, rap, alternate R&B, melodic sounds, a little bit of rock, and dabbling into like metal and stuff like that. So
metal too, huh?
Yeah, I'm very diverse when it comes to the things that I do.
Mm-hmm.
More of a writer than anything, so I write a lot.
Okay.
I do my own vocals, so I do my vocals and I rap, do my own lyrics and stuff.
So do you have a setup? Do you have a studio, or do you do this over your phone?
I have studios that I go to. I did used to do music on my phone, and then I don't know. It kind of turned me off from doing it.
Why is that? Do you think?
Well, because I like
the effort that it takes to put together stuff on the phone.
Nah, it's not even the effort, to be honest with you, because I can actually do it. It's just the fact that it's more like the quality of the music.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to bring out something that people will listen to and go back to listen to.
And you can't do that over the phone.
Right, and not saying that you can't, but I will prefer to take more time to invest in myself. Not knocking anyone out there that uses those apps and stuff like that, but I'm the type of person where I like to take the time out to invest within myself when it comes to my music.
Almost like an old school kind of mentality.
Yeah, and go to the studio myself and have to pay for that studio time, put that music down. Eventually I would like to get my own studio set up. Right now living situation not all that up to par right now, but when it gets to where I wanted to be in life, I'm gonna make sure things will change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. So is there anything? I started out because I found out you was a musician, and I say that's a good place to start. Is there anything specific that you can think of that you want to get into?
So far as other than the music, or
anything in life. I'm gonna let you run this interview. You can even ask me questions. This is for you to vent and to actually produce yourself, I guess.
Okay. Well, personally, me, I would love to eventually learn how to engineer. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I'll be able to engineer my own sound, my own taste. Mm-hmm. That way I won't have to constantly. I would still be invested. I still hadn't invested because I would have bought the equipment.
Right.
But at the same time, we have to keep spending money on studio time.
Right.
So I would eventually learn to elevate in that aspect of music, to like learn how to do things of that nature. Mm-hmm. Also, I would like to learn how to direct. Like not just music, but like movies. Gaming. I'm a big gamer.
Okay.
A lot of people that know me knows that I'm a big gamer. I love gaming. So that's something I would love to do. Like at least try to get into like directing or produce, to my own games and stuff like that. Like basically just entertain. That's something I love to do. I love to entertain people. I like to put myself out there, for the world.
And so what do you like people to gain from your entertainment? What is it? Is it laughter, or is it a deep feeling? Is it love?
Anything that they're feeling. Whether it could be anything, man. And it might sound crazy, but hell, even if you develop some type of hatred, which I hope you don't, I pray that you don't develop no type of hatred.
But you're getting moved. and that's the point you're saying, right? You want people to be moved.
I want you to be able to move. I want you to be able to be inspired in some form of way to follow your own dream of life. Follow your own passion. It don't have to be music. It could be anything. I don't care if you want to be a police officer, dude. You be the best. You know what I'm saying? You be the best fucking police officer you can be. You don't have to hold nothing back. You know what I'm saying? Even if you wanna be somebody that grow their own farms and play sports, you want to be a doctor, whatever you want to do in life. Hell, even if you wanted to build houses,
right?
I tell people all the time, just take what I do. I take music as a form of inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like, not this with music, like I said, with anything. To be the best that you can be, because I hear what other people do, not just music, art in general, TV shows, games, comic books.
Well, you know, they say that it's the artist. I can't remember who it was. I think it was James Baldwin. I can't remember, but somebody once said that it's the artists, the ones that are the parents to the world. In other words, it's the artists, the ones that keep humanity, just like a parent would do with their children, and keep them on line and in line and keep them moving forward. It's the artists that the Creator put here to keep humanity in a forward direction, because we, the artists, are the ones that put out the vision and the inspirations.
I look at art. Art can really be anything. It can be your teacher, your disciplinary. You know what I'm saying? It can be, like you said, your parent. It can be somebody who makes you cry, makes you sad. That's just the beauty of art. Art is really life. Everything out here you see is some form of art. The trees, the grass. You can look at the grass. Grass is what color? Green. Green is in what? Art. That's color.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What a person wears, the way a person is shaped. Art is literally everything. And everything. I don't care if you're doing architecture. I don't care if you're doing some type of construction, or, like I said, building houses. That's an art.
Oh, yes. I used to want to be an architect. Funny you said that.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you out here, what you think? Martial arts. Fighting is an art. It's a form of dance. It's an art.
It's a form of discipline too.
It's a form of discipline.
Which is an art.
Exactly.
Because it's really hard to be disciplined. If you're not, so you have to have that some kind of artistic spot in you to be disciplined. Yeah.
I feel like I'm an artist. I don't just call myself somebody I don't just consider myself a rapper. Anybody and everybody out here could come up with a few bars. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just a rapper. I'm somebody that likes to teach people, that likes to inspire somebody, that likes to make people laugh.
It's funny you said that. Tyler, the Creator, you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
He made that same comment, that he said that he don't like to be known just as a rapper.
A lot of them don't. To be real with you, a lot of musicians don't. That's why I say the word musician or artist. Because a lot of them don't. They don't like to be just placed in one category.
Yeah, the world puts you in these categories, but artists don't usually put themselves in it.
Exactly. That's just like, for example, an artist by the name of NF. I don't know if you ever heard of NF. Crazy, man. His music, it actually helped me through a lot. You know what I'm saying? His music, he's a white guy. You know, people like, oh, he's white. But nah, he it don't matter what the skin color is. They can teach you. You're gonna if they can teach you something, you can learn from it. Guess what? Take it in.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So enough. He even said in the interview, I forgot how long ago it was, but I remember people used to label him as a Christian rapper.
Okay.
Just because he don't curse in his music and he talks about God in some of his songs and stuff like that.
But he don't consider himself that, does he?
He doesn't.
Oh, okay.
He even said, I'm not a Christian rapper, I'm an artist. I like to make art. I can talk about anything. I just don't have to curse to do it. But I'm not going to knock nobody else who does.
Right.
That's also another thing about art. Even if you do something, you shouldn't knock somebody for what they do. You know what I'm saying? You really should knock somebody for what they do and how they do it. If they want to go out here and not use profanity in their songs, you shouldn't call them lame or weird, or that's not lame, it's not weird. It's actually a very unique way of rap, because not everybody can do it.
Yeah. You can't be limited when you can't have a limited mind when you're dealing with artists.
You
Yeah.
You can't, and that's why I tell people, open and express yourself. Invest in yourself for one. I'm telling you right now, the reason why I say invest in yourself is because the more you put into yourself, the more people are going to look at you, they're going to respect you. Because now they're saying like, wow, he's doing this. A lot of people say straight up, oh, well, I don't like to look at these big rappers and because they wear all this, that, and that third. But guess what? Those same big rappers that you don't want to look at, they invested into themselves. They know what it took to be in the game.
Right. They knew who they were.
They knew who they were. Like me, for example, like people look at my peers and they automatically think the worst of me and stuff. Like they may think things like, oh, he's weird or he's gay, and I'm not gay. I love women. Let's get that out of the way. Secondly, weird. Hey, that's fine. I'll take weird.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I love being weird. That's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Most artists are called weird anyway.
Most artists are called weird. I just know who I am.
And that's, funny that you said that. I just did a interview of myself, and it's called I was once invisible to myself. And when you're invisible to yourself, when you don't know who you are, you can't move forward. And a lot of people, what I've learned, what's your name again? What you call yourself? What do you call
Mayhem.
yourself? Mayhem. What I've learned, Mayhem, is that if you can't see who you are as a person,
Right.
you can never ever move forward. And that's why so many people like to what I would call cock block or either try to hold people down because they're not looking at themselves. And so most artists are people who can actually see who they are. And it's such a vision that and a person who's not used to seeing themselves, they're not used to that. They're not used to a person that knows how to see who they are. They're used to being around people that's like them, people that really can't see who they are yet. So there's a certain stuckness that they're in. I was once in that space. So, but this is not my interview, so I'm going to continue on and let you talk. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
I just had to iterate on that.
No, I like to listen. So what you said is exactly right.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
But check out my talk when I do it. Check out on my station. You can hear me talk about that. It's very interesting.
Okay, I got you. But
a lot of people you're going to say.
Yeah, it's like even like you just said, people. Like I told somebody the other day, you gotta understand, your mouth is a very powerful weapon.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's like the biggest tool of destruction in the world. People don't realize that your mouth can get you into a lot of good things and it gets you to a lot of bad things.
That's it.
Depends on how you use your mouth.
I never heard it put that way before, but that's true.
Exactly. And you gotta be careful what you manifest. If you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror and say, I ain't gonna never do that, I ain't gonna never be like this, then guess what? Guess what's gonna happen? It ain't gonna happen. That's the point. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Guess what's gonna happen? Nothing. Because that's what you manifested. Ain't nothing gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? When you start saying better things about yourself, great things about yourself, you know what I'm saying? Stay focused, headstrong. Guess what? You're gonna see a lot of changes, a lot of good changes in your life. And one thing I tell people, so I'm not religious, I'm very spiritual. One thing I tell people, the devil gonna do everything he can to try to bring you down. But here's the thing, the devil put that in your mind saying you can't do this, you can't do that, you gotta limit yourself. Now, guess what? God gave you free will, didn't he?
And it boils back down to not knowing yourself.
Exactly.
If you don't know yourself, anybody and what you call the devil can put stuff into your own head, man.
God gave you what? Free will. He gave you free will for a reason. So why are you saying you can't do this? He gave you free will to do anything you want to do that's possible. That's why they try to say humans are the weakest species. We're really not. We're actually we're a very powerful species because of this. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, we're
in a state of weakness, but we're not weak beings. Not at all. We're far from it.
We only weak when we allow ourselves to be.
And we're coming up out of that. I do believe the species is going to come out of it. I mean, that's my subject. I love to talk about humanity and where we're going.
Right.
That's one of the things I enjoy talking about, and I like running across people who enjoy listening to that or like talking about it. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be stuck in this space that we're in right now for too much longer. I mean, maybe another generation or so, but we're working on getting up out of this space. The humanity is.
Oh yeah, we definitely are.
Yeah.
That's just like I said, piggyback down to this. Even me as an artist, sometimes I may hear something that I made and I'm like, I don't know how this feels. It may take me a couple of listen tos to really like grasp it, and then tell myself, you know what? Nah, this is actually a pretty dope song. I just need to go back and do this and then a third tune, and hey, it's complete. And that's how I think. You know what I'm saying? I got to the point where at first I had to really start telling. I had to tell myself, hey, you know, don't die yourself. Hey, everything you do is not gonna always be the best thing you do. You know what I'm saying? Your best is yet to come. You see what I'm saying?
It's a journey.
Exactly, it's a journey. Then take this as stage 1, 2, and 3 in your life. You at the easy part right now. You at the part where you're trying to build yourself up. The hard part is when you get up there to the top. Is how your mind gonna be there.
Ooh, isn't
see
it?
what I'm
That's
saying?
right. Yeah. You better make those mistakes now and prepare yourself for later.
Because guess what? The hard part is when you start getting all that money coming. How you gonna handle that money?
Yeah.
How you gonna be able to control yourself?
Because see, money's energy, and people don't recognize that. And I didn't know that for the longest. But money is energy, and it flows, and you have to know how to deal with it, just like any energy.
Let me tell you something. I once talked to a friend of mine over the phone, and she told me one thing. She said a nigga tried to get her to come over to her crib, come over to his crib, and you know, chill and all that. First of all, she already made that clear, and this is when I say this, you can ask me what they got to do with this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm probably going to get it. Maybe the audience may ask that. I bet you I'll get it though. Go ahead.
So, my thing is, she said she charged $1,000 just to pull up. She charged somebody $1,000 just for them to pull up, and they'll pay you. If that nigga want to touch her leg, that's another $500. You see what I'm saying? You see where we're getting at. Now take this. I'm a bouncer. There are things people would do to get into these clubs that involves money. You see what I'm saying? There's another thing. That's just like let's take these churches for an example. You know, it's gonna be, I know it's gonna get real. You know me at Cosmayhem. Let me tell you something. Let me take these churches for example.
I can make this into part 1 and 2.
Oh yeah. When you do tithes and offerings, what you do, you giving away money, man. Because money is what you just said. Money is what energy. As long as people got money, they're willing to do anything. As long as they got the money to do it, they're willing to sell themselves, sell their souls. They're willing to sit here and have a girl. They were willing to sit here and pay $5,000 just to spend time just to spend quality time with a chick. Something that you can just do on your own. Just be a nice young lady, take her on a date, and you know, I know it's easy said than done, but eventually, let God put that nice woman in your life. You won't have to be doing all that extra shit. But guess what? These dudes. Some of these women too, I'm telling you,
they want to, because like you said, energy is money is energy. And a lot of
Exactly.
people like to, you know, do things with energy just not really cool. And whether it's using money or whatever it is. So yeah.
Exactly. You can, let me tell you something. Somebody could walk right here, right now, with $100. I won't say 100. I'm gonna say maybe $10,000 hanging out their pocket, just like this big stack of tens, just hanging. You know what I'm saying? Walking around that shit. I bet you 100% that's gonna catch a lot of people's attention. That money is not the man that's walking, but what's gonna catch his attention? The money.
Have you ever noticed when somebody drops even $1, how your eyes go straight to it?
Your eyes go straight to your eyes, get wide.
Yeah, and get wide. Even if it's just $1, just because that paper money down there, it does something. And now that you mention that, it's the only reason why I just thought about that. Yeah, I do that. I see that. I do that all the time. Somebody will drop $1, and I feel like I just want to jump on it. You know, I have to why am I thinking like that? Yeah.
That's why they say the most powerful thing in this world, it ain't pussy. It ain't pussy. It's money. It's paper. That's the most powerful thing in the world. But guess what they gonna do with that paper? They gonna spend it on what? Pussy. You see what I'm saying? Those are the most two powerful things in this world. Paper and pussy, the two P's. But I promise you this, if your mindset, if you know what to do, if you do all your fuck ups now, while you down, once you get to that top, man, you gonna look back at all the little screw ups you done did. You gonna be more thankful.
Yeah.
Your mindset is gonna be a lot different. how you think is gonna be a lot different. How you move with your money gonna be a lot different. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Oh, well, Mayhem, this has been a very interesting interview. Cosmayhem, and that's a very interesting name that you're calling yourself. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you, Cos?
How old am I?
Yeah, if that's all right.
31.
I wouldn't have never thought you was 31. I thought you was a little bit younger than 31.
Yeah.
Okay.
My family, my mom, dad had me at a young age. This is where you also said have an old school mindset. I have an old school mindset even when it comes to dating too. Let's just get that out the way. Yeah, I have an old school mindset. My dad grew up. He grew up in the 80s and 90s and shit. You know what I'm saying, with that hip hop era. You know, I grew up listening to Biggie and Pac and Bun B. You know, the whole UGK. You know what I'm saying. Outkast. I grew up listening to like 50 and who else I grew up listening to? Shit. Any old school artists that I can shit. NWA, Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying?
That's really old school right there.
Public Enemy, you know.
Yeah, that's my generation.
Oh yeah, you know, Salt and Pepper.
Oh my goodness, you really going back.
You know, I grew up listening to all that art, you know, that guy.
But that music is just, it never ever loses its whatever it was when it was out. It don't lose that. It still has it.
Nah, you don't. Shit, Two-Lot Crew out on, you know what I'm saying? You don't, it never goes away, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
My number one favorite artist is part of the reason I'm so diverse. My number one favorite artist right now is Lil Wayne. He's always been my favorite artist since I was 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? Him, I can name a few bands I love. Linkin Park, rest in peace to Chester Bennington.
Yeah, you know, I got into Linkin Park when once I got older. I went during the time that Linkin Park was out. I never got into it. I started listening to Linkin Park somewhere about 5 years ago, man.
Oh yeah, Linkin Park. Yeah,
I love
man,
that music.
Heavy, man.
They are.
Linkin Park, 3 Days Grace, Trivium, Avenged Sevenfold, Falling in Reverse, Seether. It's a lot of bands I could really just name, but it would take the whole video.
Yeah.
So,
well, so I just want to ask. I'm gonna go take this off the music for a while. I'm gonna ask you about your siblings. Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have too many to count, but yeah, I have siblings.
You older and younger?
I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest, so am I. So I know what that's like.
I have older step siblings, but like you talking about blood related.
Yeah, your immediate family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the oldest. So, you know, something, a lot of us was like 3 of us that got kids. Me and my sister and my other brother, we the one that got kids right now. So all 3 of us got 1 kid.
Okay.
Crazy how we just had them, all 3 of us had them kids back to back.
Well, see, their cousins will grow up together, and that's cool. Cause I got a lot of cousins.
I pray that happens, because
because
they're not around here right now. You know, one cousin is in another state, the other one sibling's in another state, the other sibling is here, but we don't really get a
communicate and connect too often.
Yeah, not too often, but I know it's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, it's nice to have closeness with your cousins, because I do with my family, and it's a nice thing. It's almost like having extra sisters and brothers.
Yeah, so those are my brothers, and that is my sister and brother. So you know, my sister and brother, then you know, I have it to where they have their kids, and then my kid, and you know, it's like those kids are cousins. You know, like I kind of want them 3 to grow up together because they're so close in age, and it shouldn't be a reason why they don't know each other. But eventually it's gonna happen. So, but other than that, yeah, man, I've been.
Well, Mayhem, this has been an interesting interview, needless to say. And I wish you the best at what you're doing, because it sounds like you have an artistic mind, and whatever it is that you're going to go for, it seems like you're going to continue on until you get somewhere with it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I found out anytime you're doing anything to promote humanity, you're going to be somehow successful in it. We have to promote humanity these days.
You got to promote humanity. You got to put yourself out there. Well,
Kylo.
Kylo, okay. I was finna say also, hey, if you don't mind, if I can give the people, you know, social media where to find me.
Yes, please do. I'm glad you did. I was gonna go ahead.
So you can find me on IG at YK_Mayhem 27. That's YK_Mayhem 27. You can find me on Twitter at the DA Real Cosmayhem. That's COS Mayhem. You can also find me on Facebook on my other page, Fatir San, FATIRSAN. And you can find me on my main page, Fatir J Vanterpool. I'm gonna tell him how to spell all this. He can put it at the bottom.
Okay.
But find me on YouTube. Also, Cosmayhem on YouTube. SoundCloud, Cosmayhem on SoundCloud. Same with Apple Music and every other musical platform. Just check me out. Fuck with your boy. You know what I'm saying? I would like to thank Kylo for this interview. Said your name right?
Yep.
Kylo for this interview, man. It's been an honor, man. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. No problem. Cosmayhem, guys.